a labor of love. If I had to charge based on what, the yield was and my labor, I'd probably have to charge about $1,000 a gallon. And even then I'd be paying myself not even minimum wage.
Every year at the end of winter, Steve Fagin, the Day.com's outdoors blogger, taps the trees behind his home, using his own spin on traditional techniques to collect sap and make maple syrup.
Now, if I were really authentic, I would use this contraption, but it's quite labor intensive, as you can see. And if I put in close to 30 taps, it would take the better part of a day. So pay no attention to what I'm about to do here. This is slightly more efficient. It's something called electricity. You just go from tree to tree. I tap probably about 15 trees and put in about 30 taps. And the yield, as we'll discover later on in the process, it's about 40 to 1. So it takes 40 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of syrup. And generally I'll start boiling around 6 in the morning, and if we're lucky we'll get syrup by 10 or so at night. So it's, as I said, a labor-intensive process, but it's more of a labor of love and fun, not that I'm going to get rich doing this or anything. It just gives you a sense of self-satisfaction. You can feel a little bit of the pioneering spirit. I mean, the Native Americans supposedly were the ones who originated it. When they would make, they obviously didn't have power drills or even hand drills, they just would make slashes in the bark, and they would put reeds in and they would collect it that way. There are different methods of converting the sap to sugar. Sometimes they would just simply let it freeze and the water would rise to the top and you'd peel off the frozen surface, and then the sap would concentrate. They would throw hot rocks, they would heat rocks up and throw it in. Now they've gotten much more sophisticated with different methods of extracting and reducing the water. I just go very, very low tech, very hygienic, as you can see. I just build a big fire and I have all my scrap wood that I don't use to burn in the house. And it'll take about 12, 15 hours or more, depending on how much sap I collect. It needs about another half an hour, I think.